Well, hello and good afternoon from Derek Keller Field in St. Louis Park. I'm Bruce Ober along with Paul Bodwin. And Paul, what a beautiful day, 75 degrees in baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, it sure is, Bruce. This is one of those games where the great Ernie Banks comes into mind. What a great day for a baseball game. Let's play two.
So,
Even though we're only playing one today, but it is a beautiful late afternoon, early evening for some baseball.
always fun for me to come back to this field where behind Peter Hobart, the school that I went to elementary school and lived about 4 blocks from here. So I feel like I'm right in my old hood. So it's always great.
Yep.
But we have a tough game for the Orioles tonight, or this afternoon and this evening, as the St. Louis Park Orioles take on the 12-0 Wayzata Trojans. They are going to be a tough team to beat. They have the lineups right now for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Batting one will be number 10, Josh Middleton, playing shortstop. Batting second will be number 25, Graham Sullivan. He's the center field. Batting third will be Alex Hawkinson, the right fielder. Batting fourth, Griffin Crone. He'll be in left field. Batting fifth, Heber Silva Gonzalez. He'll be catching. Batting sixth, the pitcher will be Danny Montanez. Batting seventh, Ryan Moran will be playing third base. The first baseman batting eighth will be Cole Denham. And batting ninth will be Malik Martin, the second baseman.
Yeah, that's your St. Louis Park lineup. Watch out for Hawkinson, who's batting 375, and Middleton here has a 564 on base percentage. So that's always a good indicator of getting some runners on base and hopefully scoring some runs, which they're definitely going to need to do today against, as you said, the 12-0 Wayzata Trojans.
Yeah, and for the Trojans, batting first will be number 3, Matt Berkland. He'll be playing shortstop. Number 12, Tyler Gullickson will be batting second at third base. Batting third will be Gard Swenson, the right fielder. Batting fourth, Brady Lash. Batting fifth, Michael Ream. And we'll continue the lineups after the national anthem here. Finishing off the lineup for the Wayzata Trojans, be batting seventh will be number 34, Elias Leach, the designated hitter. Batting eighth, James Hansen will be the second baseman. And batting ninth, Kieran Leathersman. He'd be in right field. So pitching for Wayzata, then they have a DH, and so pitching will be Charlie Seal. For the St. Louis Park Orioles, they are going to bat their pitcher, which will be Montanez. And Danny Montanez getting his first start of the year. He's had some arm problems, and so now he's going to get the opportunity to throw and be a tough one because they've got a really good hitting team, this Wayzata Trojan team.
Yeah, they sure do, and Montanez warming up right now. He does look loose, looks to be enjoying himself, so that's a good sign. It'd be fun for him to get that first start here on the home field. But yeah, he's got his work cut out for him, going up against a really strong lineup with some power and some speed.
Some good batting averages, too. You see all these guys batting 330, 450, 350. I think most of their lineups in the 300 average range. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what Danny Montanez can do against the Wayzata Trojans.
again, for the Orioles in the infield, it'll be pitching Danny Montanez, catching Silva Gonzalez. At first base, Cole Denham. Second base, Malik Martin. The shortstop, Josh Middleton. Third baseman, Ryan Moran. And the outfield from left to right is Crone, Sullivan, and Hawkinson. First batter steps into the plate is Matthew Berkman. 45 at-bats this season. $15 for 45. Pitch by Martin is up high.
He's going to have to get a little more control of that.
Good pitch.
Very nice pitch. Just on the inside corner there.
So the windup and the pitch is just outside low.
He's mixing it up.
And the 2-1 count. Little number to the right side. And good play by the first baseman. That was Cole Denham throwing it over to Montanez, and Berkman retired.
Yep, and Montanez knowing exactly what to do there, hustled over, got a fast runner there coming out at the top of the order, and Montanez was able to make sure he got there to cover the bag too. So it's 1 out.
That brings up Tyler Gullickson, the third baseman. Gullickson bats, he's a lefty. Curveball just not curving in, just missing outside.
Yeah, Silva Gonzalez wants to go out and have a couple words, calm him down a little bit, make sure he finds his spots.
Yeah, and maybe also that he's trying to, make sure that he understands the sign. He may have confused the catcher there. He may have called for a different pitch, and trying to make sure that they're on the same wavelength here early on. There's a nice hit right to the shortstop, and that's Middleton with the catch.
Bruce, that's one of those that feels good coming off the bat, but just to the wrong spot, right to the shortstop, didn't need to move, and he's on it. Middleton making a nice catch.
Yeah, and a good start too. Montanez not having to throw too many pitches here, so. Good pitch for a strike to guard Swenson, the hitter. Oh, 1 the count. Curveball.
That's in the hole.
And to right field for a base hit. Picked up by Hawkinson, and he'll get it back in.
And that's a nice piece of hitting by guard Swenson. Just got right at it, found the gap. And here they go, they got their runner.
See what kind of lead Swenson gets. And now Montanez will have to go from the stretch. Batter Brady Lash steps up to the plate, another left-handed hitter. Runner takes the lead, doesn't go. This is popped up to the second baseman. Calling for it is Martin. He's there, has the catch.
That'll do it.
And a quick inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We're already through 1/2 of an inning, Paul. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, the high school, they know how to do it. They don't need a pitch clock. So we'll see what the Orioles can do to maybe, take a lead here early on. You never know. And we'll see what Wayzata has in store from the mound and what kind of heat they can bring, what kind of they can mix it up.
Yeah, good start. And again, it's that's important for when you're facing a team that's 12-0 is just get off the field and make them put the ball into play. I like that Montanez got the ball over the plate, got ahead, didn't get behind the hitters very often, and was able to get pretty quick, low pitch count first inning. So
yeah, and when you're making your first start of the season, it's got to feel good to come off with a nice clean inning like that. 1 hit, but a well hit ball. So Montanez has got to feel pretty good coming off the mound after that first half of an inning, and looks like Seal's got some heat.
Yeah, for this inning, it's going to be Middleton, Sullivan, Hawkinson, and Crone. In the field, we have pitching Charlie Seal, Michael Ream catching. It's Lash at first base, Hansen at second, Berkland playing shortstop, Gullickson at third. And the outfield from left to right is Deslich, Leatherman, and Swenson.
Sounds like a law firm.
So Middleton will step up to the plate. Middleton batting .346. 9 hits. Also, he leads the team in walks. He has 11 walks, so a good eye.
Yeah, that's where you get that high on base percentage, batting .346 and leads the team in walks. And Seal's got, looks like he's got a little bit of heat, but in his warm-ups here, he's kind of a little bit all over the place. We'll see if Middleton can coax a walk.
He's getting a couple extra warm-ups here. Head coach for the Orioles, Brian Kelly, heads over to third base to coach, and then Robert DeWitt is the coach of the Wayzata Trojans. Sheen, this pitch is popped up. Over on the right-hand side, first baseman running towards it, and right up against the fence, and he makes the catch.
That is a nice catch.
What a great play by Barry Lash.
Yeah, those are tough. He's got to keep his eye on it. It's bright out. The sun's behind him, which helps, but then you know you've got that fence looming right there. Is it going to hit the fence? Am I going to hit the fence? There's a lot to pay attention to on those. It's a very good catch.
So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Orioles. Brings up Graham Sullivan. He takes the first pitch up high and inside. Good pitch.
Really good pitch. Just caught it. A tough one to hit, but
and the 1-1 curveball is in there for a strike.
And Sullivan looked like he maybe wanted another stab at that one.
So 1-2 the count. Seal with the pitch. Another breaking ball inside.
Good eye to lay off that. He had 2 difficult pitches, good pitches, but in the strike zone, and then he was able to lay off that one and gets the ball.
See if he comes back with a heater here. He does.
Yep.
Oh, just misses the corner. So a full count now for Sullivan.
And there you go. Leads the team in walks and comes out here with a full count. Comes the payoff pitch.
Stays alive.
Yep, Seal brought it right down the middle.
Sullivan batting .455. OPS of 1.170. Pretty good. 15 hits.
Not bad.
33 at bats. Fouls that one. Towards the Wayzata dugout.
Patient hitter. Laid off a few. Now he's fouling them back. Making the pitcher work.
Again, he fouls this one. Check swing foul.
This is
Eight pitch at bat so far.
Yeah. And you know, that's just one of those things. You keep making the pitcher work, and that can eventually work to your advantage.
Well, he had a 1 pitch at bat on the first batter, so it's catching up a little bit.
Yeah.
Another foul off. What a great job by Sullivan here. He's got a good eye at the plate. You can see he's a tough strikeout to happen here.
Yeah, and that looked like one he didn't want, but he also didn't want to take it and a chance of it being called a strike, and I think he just fouled it off to stay alive and keep going.
Has 7 walks, 8 strikeouts on the season.
Ooh.
Oh, gets hit in the helmet.
Right in the head. Looks to be all right. It didn't come in too hot. That's the...
We don't have any of the coaches coming out to check on him. He's holding his head.
The head coach is sort of coming out. I think he's fine. It looked like it just kind of hit part of the helmet that wouldn't ding your head very much, so it looks like he's okay. Certainly not intentional. He's getting checked out now. That's the coach from Cheers, Ernie Pantuzzo, way to get on base. And we got a little stoppage of action here as assuming the trainer checks him out. Just to make sure, you got to make sure there's no concussion symptoms.
So Hawkinson to the plate, and he's a great hitter for the Orioles, and always good to have someone on base when he comes up, and he's batting .375 this season. Only 2 strikeouts and 32 at bats.
Yeah, so Sullivan will stay in. He's good to go.
He's going to Hamlin for baseball, Paul.
Great Methodist school.
Says the Methodist priest. Oh, he gets a hold of that one. Deep to left field. The left fielder going back, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Boy, Hawkinson gave that a ride, and a great catch in left field by Deslich.
Yeah, he sure did give it a ride, Bruce. I thought it was bye-bye little Sebastian, but just kind of hung up there, and a great job by the left fielder, Deslich, to stay with it, know where the fence is as a visiting player, and make the out. Good catch, great defense.
Sullivan takes the lead at first base. And he's going, and this one hits long to left field. Going back is Deslich. It's off the fence. Rounding third. There's not going to be a play at the plate as Middleton, or it's going to be Sullivan scoring.
Yeah, so he gets hit. Was it a 9-10 pitch at bat for Sullivan? Gets hit by a pitch. He's okay. He's perfectly fine. We got 2 balls going for a ride, and a stand-up RBI double.
Yeah,
for Crone.
Griffin Crone. So Orioles take a 1-0 lead. Boy, both Hawkinson and Crone hit it really to the same spot. This one just over the head of Deslich.
Yep.
He may have came up a little bit for Crone. It's going to bring up Silva, the catcher.
No wind to speak of today, so that hasn't been a factor on any of these balls. Good pieces of hitting here by the Orioles in the first inning.
Orioles would like to get Silva going at the plate. Takes a curveball low.
Runner will be going on contact with 2 outs.
Silva batting .200. 6 RBIs on the season. Crone gets his lead at second base. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Not a bad pitch to take. I like that take.
Get a new ball here.
You're good, man. Come on now, let's go. Here we go. Danny, make sure we're talking to Griff on the plate, buddy.
His name is spelled G-E-I-B-E-R, but pronounced Heiber. Moved from Venezuela before last season, didn't know English. Now he's communicating with everyone, and the team loves him. So Danny Martinez was able to speak Spanish and help him out big time, is what the coach said.
Shout out to our English language learning teachers at St. Louis Park High School. I'm sure have had, and the elementary schools have had probably a big impact.
Go, Seal, come on, baby.
3 balls, 1 strike the count. And
Come on, Nana, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, Seal, let's go. Seal, let's bring it in there, baby. Let's go.
Seal steps back off the mound, now steps back on. Silva Gonzalez at the plate. Outside, and he's going to take a walk.
Great piece of hitting there by Haybear. You know, knowing when to swing, when not to swing. Coaxes the walk. We got 2 runners on, 2 outs here. Boy, a nice hit to the gap. Sure would be nice if we can clear these bases.
So Montanez, the pitcher, comes up to the plate. He's batting .212 on the season. 33 at bats, 7 hits.
Come on, 9, let's go, baby. Got 1.5, kid. Go, Seal.
Again, Seal has not thrown many innings. I think just 2 innings so far for Wayzata. So giving Seal a chance to throw here, and didn't miss by much on that.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
See if Montanez gets the green light on the 1-0 count. Up high, 2-0.
Good eye by Montanez.
So Crone at second, Silva at first.
Hey, 2 outs, runners right away, boys.
Trojans have won 12 in a row. There's a hit right to the second baseman, gets through. See if there's going to be a play at the plate. Nope, they're not going to send him. So we're going to have bases loaded.
I like that call to hold him there. They got to that ball quickly. Don't really know the right fielder's arm. Probably pretty good. He would have gotten it in shallow, so probably had a good shot at a good throw. And with 2 outs, you don't really want to take that risk. Now you got the bases loaded, and you just hope that Moran can do something to bring at least one of these home. Nice inning to start for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Moran batting .200 on the season. 6 hits and 30 at bats. Charlie Seal trying to get out of this inning. Bases loaded. There's a hit up the middle. Dive by the shortstop and gets by him. 1 run scores. Here comes 2 runs. And the Orioles have taken a 3-0 lead.
Wow, that's a tough one. It's a tough ball. I would imagine they call that a hit. You know, it was not anything necessarily routine to me. Squeaks through, and then the slowing it down from squeaking through allows for 2 runs to score. And the Orioles take a nice early lead here in the first inning.
Yeah, and a lot of times in baseball they measure the speed off of the bat, and that ball was hit pretty hard. Orioles have hit some really hard balls here in this first inning. They had a couple fly balls deep to left field. They've hit some hard balls through the infield. So, and now it's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, Cole Denham. Orioles with runners at first and second. Inside pitch down low. Good stop by the catcher, Michael Ream.
Yep.
This Wayzata team can score a lot of runs. They put double digits up in a lot of games this year, so I feel they can leave this pitcher in a little bit if they need to.
It's a nice pitch up in the zone, hard to lay off of.
Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch inside almost hit the batter that time. Good job getting out of there by Denham. Count now 2-1. Three nothing, the Orioles lead. Bottom of the first inning. Down low, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Malik Martin.
And this is what we were seeing in warm-ups a little bit with Seal. Just kind of, he's got some heat, but he's having a hard time with location, and that's getting him behind in the count, which is always tricky, especially when you got patient hitters.
Nice pitch.
That was a nice pitch. He needed that one right in there.
So with the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs, the runners will be taking off on the pitch. Charlie Seal, the pitch. Swung on and a base hit. They're going to send the runner. Here's a throw to the plate, cut off. And another run scores for the Orioles.
How about that? Nice base hit. Solid piece of hitting there by the part of Cole Denham, and drives in another run. They held the runner at second. Probably the right decision because you don't want to get that third out. You want to make sure that run scores. And here we go. The Orioles starting out with a really nice rally, 4 runs in the first.
I think there's a base running mistake there, though. There was 2 outs already, and it was a 3-2 count. So the runner should have been going. It should not have been like going back towards second base on a if the guy was going to catch the ball. Should have been taking off and should have had him at third base. So
I agree. But at the moment he wasn't there at the time. But yeah, it looks like he delayed taking off because as soon as the ball bounced, I assumed he would have been already rounding or around second and headed to third, but he wasn't quite. So he must have had a delay in his taking off from first. But you also don't want to risk that out there. Keep this going. With the 9th batter coming up, the big question is, have we batted around yet?
this is it. This is number 9. Malik Martin, the hitter. And he pops this one up to the shortstop. Over there is Birkland, and he makes the catch.
That'll
The
do
side
it.
retired. So.
Great inning for the Orioles. I'll just say, for the record, I am of the opinion that we did not bat around. We batted through because the 10th,
Right.
the first batter didn't get up yet.
Correct.
But that's a big debate, you know, for ball guys. But great inning for the Orioles here. What do we got, Bruce?
4 runs and 4 hits. So no errors. Orioles lead 4-0. We're through 1 here from Derek Keller Field.
And we'll see how the Wayzata Trojans respond. I'm sure this will put a little fire in them. As we know, they're an undefeated team, a really solid team. So we'll see if Montanez can have a similar inning to his first inning.
They'll be the number 5, 6, 7 hitters, which will be Ream, Deslich, and Leach for Wayzata. Wayzata in the first inning, no runs, 1 hit.
Here we go.
So Ream at the plate, Montanez with the pitch, off the outside corner, ball 1.
That's going to be
Grounder
tough.
to the shortstop. He has to reach for it. Throws past the first baseman, but not far enough for the runner to advance. So that's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Just kind of dribbled in a little bit. By the time they got to the ball, it was going to be a really tough throw to make across the field like that.
Courtesy runner, Kyle Boutwell.
So the Trojans got something going here. You love a leadoff base hit.
Outside. Trying to see if we have Outwell, how many stolen bases he has.
He looks like he wants to do it.
1 for 2. So the hitter, Adam Deslich. Boutwell takes the lead. He's not going. The pitch on the corner for a strike.
Silva Gonzalez with a nice job framing that one. Held that glove right there. Did you see this? Did you see where that landed? And there's a throw to first.
Yeah, that was a good throw. Just getting back in time is Boutwell.
Not a good throw back to the pitcher. Almost went over his head. He's keeping him honest.
Down low. So Montanez behind 2-1 to the hitter Deslich. Orioles lead 4-0. We're in the top half of the second inning. Orioles with 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Wayzata with no runs, 1 hit. This falls back.
Fence or no fence, Bruce, I'm going to flinch. That one was right at us.
My reflex. I was looking at you for a second. All of a sudden the ball comes and I just like. And the 2-2 pitch, curveball, and it's fouled down the line. I think it's foul. Yeah, it's just a foul.
Yeah, it's kind of
hard
hung
to
up
see.
there.
Hard to see where we're sitting. We're sitting down real low behind the catcher, and
yeah, seeing down the third baseline is sort of tricky. The fence kind of actually gets in the way quite a bit. It was hard to catch the angle on it.
Another throw back to first. Now in MLB this year, you would not be able to have another opportunity to throw back to first.
Right. I think unless he's out, right?
Okay.
If he's out, then it's okay to throw.
Right.
If he's not, he gets the base, I believe. I can't keep track of all the new rules.
Curveball. That's fouled out of play on the left-hand side. Little League baseball is more fun. They announce, bring that ball back for a free bag of popcorn.
Or Skippy Field. I remember that when I was a kid.
All the kids would go running after the foul balls. It was awesome.
Now that one was pretty hefty into the woods, so I don't think anybody's getting it. Maybe somebody's lab will find it.
Well, Montanez now at a full count to the hitter.
Train.
Just like the old Saint Stadium.
Yep.
Deslich, another foul ball.
Gonna hit me? Net caught it. It's a good at-bat for Deslich, working that count, fouling balls off, waiting for his pitch.
You spotted a 4-run lead. You don't want to walk anyone here. Orioles looking for a ground ball, maybe a double play here. Outside, and it's a walk.
Looked good off of his arm, and then it just veered outside. It's a ball, so now we've got runners on first and second, nobody out. Montanez in a little bit of a jam.
So Elias Leach, the designated hitter, comes up to the plate. Another hitter batting .358.
See why he's DH.
Or .387. Been up to the plate 31 times. Nice pitch. Breaking ball over. That's why that team is strong all the way through their top 9 hitters. Pitch just outside. Martinez checks back to second base. And the pitch down low. 2-1. Didn't have much control problems at all in the first inning. Now he's getting behind the hitters here a little bit in the second.
He's got to throw strikes. There's one.
There's one through the second baseman into right field, and they're going to hold the runner at third base. So.
Oh no! Got away from him.
Quick throw home and not in time. Good running by Wayzata.
Yep, heads up running.
Really?
Ball just skirted away from him, and he took off and made the right call. The throw's a little high.
Yeah, Hawkinson fielded the ball cleanly and looked like the runner was going to hold up, but they had an error on the infield there, and
they took advantage.
Good running by Ream.
Runner at second stays.
So now we're up to the number 8 hitter, and the game now is 4-1.
Still nobody out.
Mentioned this Wayzata team can score a lot of runs, so no lead is safe against the Trojans.
Yeah, and Montanez had to throw a strike on that last pitch. Batter knew it, took advantage, found the gap.
Again, first outing of the year for Montanez, so see if he is a little tired here. There's a grounder to the second baseman. Picks it up, he'll take the play at first base.
Yeah, that's the right play.
So Martin over to Denham, and there's one away. The runners advance to second and third on a fielder's choice.
Now the Trojans with a base open.
It's a hitter that Orioles would like to get, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Curveball is in there for a strike. Kieran Leatherman, the hitter, is a right fielder for the Trojans. Foul tip. So he's ahead of the hitter 0-2. Again, you have Deslich at third, Leach at second, and the hitter Leatherman. Outside, trying to get him to chase.
Silva Gonzalez looking down the runners.
The base hit could score 2 here. Umpire called time now. Gives the go-ahead. And Montanez, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and foul tip is caught by Silva.
That's a nice pitch by Montanez. Kind of handcuffed him a little bit and gets this a crucial second out.
Well, a good job by the catcher, Silva, to hang on to that foul tip. So.
Yes.
Brings up the leadoff hitter. Berkman grounded out to the first baseman. There's a strike.
Montanez finding spots now.
Trying to get in a groove here. Trying to get out of this inning with only 1 run. Again, runners at second and third, 2 outs. 0-1 the count. Montanez looks back to second. Another breaking ball just misses the corner.
Just misses. Yeah, and to get out of this with only one run, I think would feel like a victory with this lineup.
Yeah, and again, if you don't get Berkland here, you've got the number 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up right behind. So big out here for the Orioles. Outside.
Just outside.
For a little heater that time.
Does have a base open, so a walk loads the bases but doesn't score a run. That can kind of free up a pitcher a little bit to try to paint the corners.
Outside, good stop by Silva.
He's going to have to start throwing strikes again. He was getting into a groove, and then that's 3 straight balls.
Yeah, you got to be careful here, too, that you don't just leave one right up over the heart of the plate for a hitter like Berkland. 333 hitter. There's a pop-up to the first baseman.
Playable.
Yep, called by Denham. He makes the catch. Big pitch that time.
Yeah.
And a big out for the Orioles. Yeah, that was huge, and the Orioles be happy to get out of that with giving up 1 run, Paul.
Yeah, and when if you're Montanez, it's your first start of the season. Your first inning went real well, kind of mowed right through it for the most part, 1 base hit, but other than that, nothing really going. And then you come out your second inning, and all of a sudden you've got 2 runners, no outs. A run scores. Of course, the run scored on an error, although they haven't put that on the board yet. I would assume there's an error charge there. And then to get through that with only 1 run, it's got to feel pretty good in your first 2 innings if you're Montanez with your offense helping you out up 4-1. 2 very different innings, but we'll see what he has to bring, assuming he comes out for the 3rd.
Yeah, and Wayzata has now left 3 runners on base in 2 innings.
Very uncharacteristic.
The Orioles go back to the top of their order here in the second inning. Middleton, Sullivan, and Hawkinson.
Is that a new pitcher?
That's what I'm trying to see here.
It's number 23.
Let's grab the roster here.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, win.
So the Trojans apparently going with the opener strategy.
Yeah, maybe this is a bullpen game. Do you have his stats here?
I'm looking for his pitching stats.
There we go. Only 5 innings.
Yeah.
Or was that? No, that's not it. That's hits, right?
Oh, that's hits.
I think on the other page.
Remember, an on-air production meeting here.
Here we go. 3 innings. Only
3 innings pitched, so we'll see.
Top of the order, Josh Middleton for the Orioles. Go out to the first baseman.
Could drop.
This could drop here. Coming in as left fielder, making the catch is Deslich for Wayzata.
Yeah, Deslich's right on it. It looked like it could drop, but he had that one all the way.
So 1 away, and Graham Sullivan started things off for the Orioles by getting hit by a pitch in the first inning. He scored the Orioles' first run of the game. Takes for a ball. When throws fastball outside, 2 balls, no strikes for the hitter Sullivan. Another pop-up.
It's too high.
They're calling for the shortstop. We'll take it. That's Berkland. So a couple fly ball outs, and it'll bring up Hawkinson, looking for his first hit of the game.
Not directly in the sun, but in it enough. That's a tough one with how high that was to keep your eye on it. Got a little help from his teammates.
Hawkinson came into the game batting .375. That was a good curveball. Looked like it was gonna almost hit him on the inside part of the plate and came right over, broke over the inside corner. And there's another fly ball.
Yeah.
This one has the left fielder Deslich underneath it. He makes the catch.
That'll do it.
And a pretty easy inning for Wayzata right there. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Get right back out there and keep hitting. After you've got, had a few hits and some base runners in the first inning, you only brought one around. You want to make a quick inning of it and get right back at the bats. And that's what they'll do.
Yeah, they don't give Montanez much time as he comes back out
yeah.
to the rubber. So through 2 innings of play, it's 4-1. Beautiful day here at Derek Keller Field. Field named after Derek Keller, who played for the St. Louis Park Orioles and ended up passing away from leukemia.
I did not know that. Looks like they've got his number retired out there, number 12.
Right. Very, very sad times in that. I remember Derek was a great player and meant a lot to the Orioles organization, and I'm really glad that they gave him, added to his legacy by naming the field after him. So used to be Dakota Park, Dakota Fields.
Right. As it is part of Dakota Park.
Right.
It's confusing over here. You've got Dakota Park, Peter Hobart Elementary School, and Nelson Park all
right
clumped together. So, and the dog park, yeah.
I had a lot of home runs out at Nelson Park when we played back in the day when we rode our bikes over to the field and used the hockey arena.
Oh, sure.
There's a liner over the second baseman's head. Hawkinson will pick it up. He'll throw it in, but a solid base hit.
Nice leadoff hit. Or no, not leadoff hit.
Leadoff here in the third.
Yeah, leadoff hit. I'm looking at my scoreboard wrong. My card.
So Gullickson now 1 for 2, and now you've got guard Swenson, who singled his first time up. Gullickson gets the lead at first base. See if he goes. Nope. Top half of the third inning, 4-1. Montanez misses again, 2-0 the count. Again, the tough part of the order here. You have number 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Silva Gonzalez wants to have a conversation. Get on the same page. Pumping him up, probably just trying to get him to throw those strikes.
Just run around like this.
Probably one of the warmer days of the year for baseball here. No complaints, though. Beautiful day. Down low, 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful day and promising to be a beautiful evening.
We'll see how long Montanez gets in this first start for him.
Seems to be looking a little fatigued.
And misses a low outside corner, and it's going to bring Brian Kelly out to the mound.
Let's keep us going. Come on now.
Got somebody warming. Looks like number 14.
Yeah, they're going to make a change here. I think we'll see if Montanez goes into the field, though. He's yeah, so.
Got Montanez will head into the outfield.
So Martin looked like he was coming off.
Right.
No, Martin's going back over at second base. So. So the Orioles will have a pitching change. They got some height on the mound now.
Yeah.
Is that number 1, Middleton?
Number 1, Hawkinson.
Or no?
I thought he was already in.
Yeah, it is Alex
Yeah,
Hawkinson
yeah.
from right field.
Changes for St. Louis Park. Now pitching number 1, Alex Hawkinson. Moving to second base, number 24, Dan.
So we got a little break in the action here while Hawkinson warms up.
We'll find out who's playing in right field in just a moment.
So Montanez will now play second base.
This is where the scorecard starts to get messy.
Once again, the changes for St. Louis Park. 1, Alex Hawkinson now pitching. 24, Dan Marhan moves to second base. First baseman,
Lash will step up to the plate, and we'll see if Hawkinson can get him out of this jam with no outs and runners on first and second.
I'm assuming that Martin maybe went to right field. Malik Martin.
Hard to tell.
Fielded by the right fielder. Throw to the plate. They got a chance. He's safe.
I think he's safe.
Great slide.
Yep. Really great slide. As Randy Bush like sliding to the outside of the plate, gets the arm around. Throw is good. Just a great piece of base running on the part of the Wayzata Trojans. And hitting.
Yeah, Lash just with a nice solid base hit to right field. And the Orioles really played it right. They had a good cutoff, good throw. It just, again, the speedy runner was able to get in under the tag, Tyler Gullickson. So Michael Ream, the hitter, he's got a base hit in the game, 1 for 1. 4-2. Runners at first and second. Up high.
I love to see slides like that where you're just you really have that awareness of let me kind of get my body as far away from the throw as I can and just reach out an arm and slide it across the plate. Pump made the right call.
And the pitch. That's a base hit into left field. I don't think they're going to send the runner here, though. It's going to be bases loaded as it's picked up by Crone and thrown in.
I'll tell you, Bruce, this Wayzata fan base travels well. Still nobody out.
Adam Deslich. On the corner for a strike.
Strikeout would be huge here. Kind of settle you in, get that first out, and then on top of that, anything hitting the infield wouldn't have to worry about going home. You just play the double play anywhere.
Curveball down the left field line, out of play. So 4-2 the score here. Curveball, and Silva trying to frame that pitch on the corner.
He's a nice framer. He
That's,
did his part.
And that's actually a very, very good pitch, too.
Yeah,
Try and get the hitter to chase on your head in the count like that.
Yep.
Come on, Dez. Here we go, kid. Come on now.
Curveball. This one's down the line. Is it going to be fair? It's foul.
Out of play.
Good hustle by the left fielder, Crone.
You're right, Bruce. An excellent pitch, but also an excellent piece of hitting. Not only are they good hitters here in Wayzata, they're smart hitters. And he knew, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to chase it.
We haven't seen a lot of strikeouts in this game. We've seen a lot of players putting the ball in play. This one's popped up on the left side. I don't think anyone's going to get to that one. Foul ball.
Third baseman Ryan Moran wanted it. Couldn't quite get there.
Come on, Dad, here we go.
Deslich got on base on a walk. His first time up in the second inning. Oh, that one just off the corner again. Tough pitch to take. That was a good pitch.
Mm-hmm. Tough one to call. But it did look a little outside.
Yeah, the umpire's got the perfect spot to see this. High pitch comes to the plate. A run's going to score. Silva's looking for the ball, and runners will advance to second and third. So that'll be a wild pitch by Hokinson.
Yeah.
Still gotta protect.
Silva Gonzalez a little frustrated with himself for losing it, but that one took some weird hops and really didn't go the direction you would maybe have thought it would have gone. See the replay here. Kind of bounced with a weird angle.
So now a 3-2 count. Popped up out of play.
So of Wayzata's 3 runs, 2 of them have been on some form of an error.
Hard hit into right field. 1 run scores. Here comes another one. Pitch goes high, and the runner will advance down to second base. So
there you go.
That ball wasn't cut off, and Wayzata takes the lead on another hit.
Yep. And as we said, this team can hit. They got down 4-0, and
a lot of singles.
Of it. Yep.
Single, single, single. That's all it takes, though, to now they put up 5 runs on the Orioles.
Still don't have any outs. It's a big inning for the Trojans here.
You talked about batting around. This could be a bat around.
Yep.
Deslich on second base. Foul out. No play. Leach 1 for 1 in the game with a base hit.
It's been a long inning.
You know, what's happening too here for the St. Louis Park Orioles, Paul, is that they, have like 4 games in 4 days, and so they have to really be cognizant of who they can pitch and how many innings players can pitch. And I think we're starting to, we're going to see that maybe a higher scoring game because of that.
Nice pitch. Fooled him on that one.
Jogs ahead of the hitter now. No balls, 2 strikes. Deslich the hitter. 4 runs in for the Trojans. They lead 5-4. And the pitch by Hokinson is just outside. Hansen on deck, and strike 3 is called.
There it is. Big strikeout. You got to get that first out.
So you got the bottom of the order here. You got number 8 and 9 coming up, Hansen and Leatherman. Still doesn't mean anything because they're still really good hitters. So.
Right.
Orioles would like to get out of this inning just trailing by 1.
They sure would. They've got a runner on second, so there's
High pitch.
Only one out, but your bases aren't loaded or anything. You've got a little wiggle room here, but you definitely don't want anything to the gap in the outfield. Hit your cutoff. Mostly throw strikes.
To Deslich, and this pitch on the inside corner.
That was a beautiful job of framing on the part of Silva Gonzalez on that one.
Just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Our count here.
Here we go, Jimmy. Come on out. Hey, wait, come on out. Come on, James. Here we go. How would you know?
Orioles playing the hitter straight away. Good stop.
Yep, really good stop. Got to the ball quick. Held the runner on second.
So Wilkinson behind in the count now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Taking his time out there, getting the ball set up in the gloves so to throw the pitch he wants to pitch here. And the 3-1 pitch is fouled. So fouled off, and it's now 3-2.
Love to get a strikeout here. You've got a left-handed hitter up, so even with 1 out, something deep to right field could advance a runner.
Jimbo, what a pitch here, baby.
Good job staying alive.
Here we go.
That was just off the outside corner, but Hansen did a good job to.
Yeah, it was a nice pitch. Just got a piece of it. Looks like a really well-coached team here at Wayzata.
And outside. Second walk of the inning for Wayzata. First walk of the game. Wilkinson's given up, and runners at first and second, and the number 9 hitter, Kieran Leatherman. Oh, it's pitch hitter.
Oh.
Come on, Bowdy.
That's Kyle Boutwell, number 2. Error by the first base coach. Missed by much.
Yeah, that looked like that's a tough one. That looked like a nice pitch to me.
Hansen on first, Deslich on second, and a fly ball to left field. Caught by Crone.
There you go. That's a big second out.
Hey, get him. That's a good swing. Good it back. Get him.
So the 9th hitter comes up is Matthew Berkland.
2 outs.
Here we go, Bert.
Let's see if the Orioles can keep it to those 4 runs.
Well, he's grounded out and popped out to the first baseman.
It's been a long 3rd inning out in the field.
There's a chopper
That
that's
should
going to
drop.
fall. And it does. So by the Orioles, a run scores.
Yep.
Just doing a good job as Berkland to get his bat on the ball there and just put it into right field for a base hit. So now they've batted around.
Yeah, this will be Gullickson's second at bat of the inning.
Come on, Gully. Here we go, kid. Here we go, Gully. Go, Ty. Keep hitting it hard.
It's a strike. Five base hits, 2 bases on balls in that inning so far. In this inning so far.
Go, Gully.
Wilkinson ahead of the count now. No balls, 2 strikes.
And you get to a point, especially with the sun beating down like this, a long inning for the Orioles. Boy, you want this strikeout just to get off the field.
Especially if you're the catcher with all that equipment on.
Silva Gonzalez done a nice job behind the plate today.
Going, gets by the catcher. And again, this backstop's back pretty far, so a lot of times if he gets by the catcher, the run's going to score. And Hansen comes across the plate.
And it's a chain link fence, so it's not going to bounce off of it. You get a nice ricochet back to you. You got to know exactly where it is and move fast. And it's good base running when the ball sneaks by the catcher to just take off.
So a 6-run inning for the Trojans. Looking to add more inside. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the hitter is number 2 hitter, Tyler Gullickson. 3rd time up. He's 1 for 2 in the game. The base hit. Hits this one to the second baseman.
Little dribbler. Got away from him.
Yep. Bad throw, and another run's going to score. Throw on to second base. They got him.
But the run will count. Well, the Orioles are going to have, as we said, have their work cut out for them, and they do. Allowing 8 runs that inning.
So 7 that inning, was it? Yeah.
Yep.
7 runs. 1, 2, 3.
Wynn will be back out on the mound. He had a nice inning last inning. Game was kind of clipping right along, but now all of a sudden here we are. We're not even through 3 yet, and we're an hour in.
Yeah, the Orioles had a really quick inning the last inning up, and went only about like 5 pitches by Wen. And the Orioles are going to have the number 4, 5, 6 hitter. It's going to be, see if they can get back in this game. They only trail by 4.
And they know they're capable of scoring 4 runs in an inning. They've already done it. We also know that you don't have to get it all at once. Just get some bats going, feel good.
Crone had a double his first time up. There's a looper in for a hit.
There you
Crone
go.
with a base hit.
Lead off hit on the first pitch. Exactly what you want to do.
Bear Silva will Gonzalez at the plate now. Walked his first time up.
No rest for the weary. You get that gear off just in time to get up there and hit. That'll find
It's a grounder in the hole. A base hit for the Orioles. So their first 2 guys are on. They're going to pinch run.
That's a smart move. Courtesy runner for the catcher.
Charlie Odens will run.
Make sure he can rest a little bit. Also, maybe put a little bit more speed on the base paths when you can.
So Crone on second, Odens on first, Montanez, the hitter. Low and outside.
Nice catch by the catcher to slide himself over there to get at that one, and instead of reaching for it and maybe falling down and then maybe the runner can take off, he made sure that that wasn't going to happen.
Ream catching for Wayzata this afternoon. Went behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Up high, ball 3.
Oh, he got it. That's a tough one to lay off of, but he did, and got the ball there. He's down 3-0.
Ryan Moran on deck.
Red light here, Bruce?
I think a red light. That's a strike.
Nobody runners. Watch the liner. Leach. Where's Leach?
Nice pitch.
Yep. So the count now full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Crone at second base. Odens at first. Wen looks to second, and the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball. Short left field. Coming on as a left fielder, and he makes a catch. Good play by Deslich. And a great job by Wen to come back and get the hitter after being way behind in the count.
Yeah, not only behind in the count, but his first 2 pitches were base hits, and so he's got 2 base hits, and then he's down 3-0 and just climbs right back and gets the routine.
Moran had a big single his first time up in the first inning. Takes for a ball. Orioles not a team that steals a lot of bases, so they need the hits to bring the runners in. There's a fly ball deep center field. Center fielder going back. He makes the catch, and the runner not going to be able to tag.
Yeah, that's a tough one to tag on with it just being right there in center field.
Orioles have had some pretty hard balls that have been hit, but right at people, and good play by the center fielder that time. Cole Denham with a base hit his first time up.
Sure would like one here. You get those 2 leadoff runners and then 2 straight outs.
There's a hit that's right to the center fielder. I thought it was maybe going to fall.
Yeah.
And the ball is caught. So 2 flyouts to center field.
And again, pretty quick work for Wynn.
0-0. Let's go. 0-0. 0-0. Don't you dare let up. Let's go.
And the Orioles get those 2 leadoff runners, but they can't push anybody across.
Yeah, Kyle Boutwell, got into the game. Leatherman started in center field. Boutwell getting some activity there in this inning, and Wayzata holds off the Orioles after, as you mentioned, the first 2 hits. So now we go into the 4th.
Hawkinson right back at it.
See if we get a quick inning here.
Yeah, they need it. They need it. It gets fatiguing when you're out there in the field for a long period of time, again, especially with the sun kind of beaten down. Not that we're complaining after climbing out of winter, even though it was a mild one, but yeah, they need a quick inning so they can get right back at the bats. We'll see if they can get it. It's just, as you've said, a really tough lineup. They look good in that first inning, you know, and kind of mowed through them, but Wayzata sort of figured them out since then, and seen some really nice hitting on the part of the Trojans.
So Guard Swenson will lead off the inning, followed by Lash and Ream. Pitch outside and low.
Come on, stay in it, Blue. Stay in it. Come on, boys. Let's go. Come on, Gardo.
They have the backstops pretty tall up there, Paul.
Yep. You're still just, I don't know. I'm going to flinch. I'll wake you up.
Yeah. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, that's a great pitch.
Come on, Gardo. Let's go, kid. Come on, Gardo.
And the 1-2 pitch off the outside corner. Two
Looks like-
balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like he wants that one back. He didn't like the location, obviously. It just didn't, got away from him a little bit, I think.
See if he can come back here.
Love to get a leadoff strikeout. That's on the
High.
All right, guard.
Wayzata has not had a 1-2-3 inning.
Come on, Gardo.
Close in the first.
Yep.
Away.
Just inside.
And he walked him.
First baseman, Brady Lash.
Go, Brady.
Well, Brady Lash came up with a big single to drive in some runs his first time up. Popped out to the second base, or his second time up, popped out to the second baseman his first time up. 1 for 2 in the game. Hits this one a long way to left field. Under it is the left fielder, Deslich, or for St. Louis Park, it's Crone, makes the catch.
It just sort of feels like the balls out to the left field are just dying. I'm not sure what, there's no wind, but
Yeah, you know,
they seem to be kind of hanging up
seen
there.
some really long ones that we think are gonna hit the fence, go over the fence, but nothing. Right, just dies.
Hey, Lash, good strike. They're just playing deep. Playing deep.
Well, Ream perfect today. He's 2 for 2 with 2 base hits. Scored both times.
There he goes.
Scoring. Yeah, it's-
Good backup. Shortstop Middleton right where he needed to be. Otherwise, that could have been disastrous. It's probably what gave the catcher the confidence to throw it. He knows he's got backup. Let me give a chance here, and he's right there to snag that and make sure the runner doesn't get any further than second base.
So now Swenson on second base. Good throw by the pitcher there.
Seen a lot of heads-up base running by the Trojans today too. You know, as soon as balls are getting away, they're just taking off. They're very, very smart. Not overly aggressive, but aggressive. Keeps the defense on your toes. You got to remember, okay, we got to really pay attention. If one little thing goes wrong, they're gonna test you.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Ream. Swenson gets his lead at second base, and the pitch by Hokinson down low. Catcher's got a chance. Nope, he's gonna have to hold it.
Yeah, just like that.
Yep.
As soon as that ball was kind of muffed, it's a good stop on the part of the catcher, but he is just off to the races.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take the chance on that throw because it's just too close to take the chance.
Yeah, Swenson with some great speed, and he really seems to know what he's doing running. He's able to get that big lead and take off. And that one just missed low. Second walk of the inning. Adam Deslich will
Courtesy runner for the Trojans,
come up to the plate.
number 11, Matt Welch.
Matthew Welch
Right fielder,
Coming in to run.
running.
Desolate.
Shadows are getting long here at Derek Keller Field.
Come on, Dez!
Trying to get some innings from Hokinson so that they're save on some of their pitchers. He's got to start throwing strikes. 2 walks so far this inning. That one's hit hard down the line.
Nice
It's a fair
shot.
ball. Fielded by the right fielder. He's going to throw it in, and they'll hold the runners at second and third. Double by Deslich.
If I'm not mistaken, that's his second double of the game. Another nice piece of hitting right down the right field line. You gotta love those. Looks like we might see somebody else coming into pitch here.
I mean, if you were on the other side of this, and you said single,
Or just a conference. Trying to figure out what we want to do here. And there it goes.
He's going to take the ball.
hey, great read on that base run, Desi.
So looks like we got somebody coming in from right field to pitch.
Maybe going, Hokinson may be going back to right field.
Ah.
He may be coming back to second base.
Gotcha.
Martin.
This is why you're smart, Bruce.
Not really.
Well, that's a different glove. And it will be, it's the big
Yep.
reveal.
Hokinson going.
Going to right.
Yep.
Yep, number 10, that'll be Josh Middleton, the shortstop, coming into pitch now.
Now we have to see who goes to shortstop.
Yeah. Okay, so Moran goes to short. How's your scorecard, Bruce?
Is that Martin going to third base?
Yep.
So now who's on second?
No, who's on first, Bruce?
Yeah. Martin's not on second, so
Yeah. Yeah, so missing. Oh, it looks like.
the catch is that
No, that's
20?
Montanez is at
Oh yeah,
second.
Montanez. Yeah.
Our starting pitcher.
Designated hitter, Elias Leach.
Well, the only thing I know is Leach is coming up to bat. You know, he did ask the coaches if they come over to help to tell us what's going on, but they said yes, but they don't. So. You gotta. Leach has some good size, so
Yeah, struck out looking in his last at bat.
the runners at second and third. High pitch, and he fouls that one off.
I'm going to take a picture.
A little low.
Stay wide, stay short.
So 1-2 the count, 9-4. Wayzata with the lead here.
Come now.
looking for their 13th win of the season. Middleton's pitch outside. Good stop by the catcher, Silva. Still only one out.
Still only one out. Really don't want to repeat a last inning. He's having a hard time finding the zone.
Yeah, so the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leach 1 for 2 in the game. Up high. Bases are loaded.
Well, they're full.
Let's go, James.
See anything hit on the ground, you might expect to see a throw to home, but they also just go for the easy double play.
Right, you got the number 8 and 9 hitters up now. Hanson 0 for 1 with the walk.
Third baseman in a little bit.
Right now, Middleton having problems getting the ball over the plate. Pitching from the windup.
Come, Jimmy, stay ready. Hey, freeze on the line.
Bases loaded, 2-0 count. Nice pitch.
Yeah, you needed that one.
Just keep throwing that same pitch.
I'd go right back at it, see if you can get him to poke one to the shortstop.
Inside.
It's a right call, but it's a tough one. If you're the pitcher, you wanted that one.
3-1, nowhere for the runners to go. Grounder up
Here's
the
an
middle. This could
opportunity.
be 2. Oh, there's 1, and they got it.
They got it. Boy, did they need that, Bruce. They did not want to see that inning extend. Nice way to get out of it.
So a big double play there with the different alignment. So you had Moran to Montanez to Denham for the 6-4-3 double play.
It's kind of the exact ball you're looking for in that moment. Just a little dribbler to the shortstop on the second base side of him, so that when he's scooping it up, it's an easy little underhand throw to the second baseman, and he twists one to get out of the inning.
Trojans with 9 hits over 4 innings. St. Louis Park with 6.
9 hits and 9 runs. In my book, that's what we call efficient. After stranding some runners in the first couple innings.
Your book is right. It is efficient. My scorebook's a mess. That's
My
all
book,
I can say.
I gave up. I can't do it. My dad taught me well in keeping score, but I just...
As a kid, I used to be able to, playing Stratomatic baseball, I was able to get my score sheets going. So.
One of my favorite pictures of my firstborn is his first baseball game, first regular season game. He was at the Metrodome, and he learned how to keep score. He just, he's a smart kid. He was only 6 years old, 7 years old, I think, and he loved keeping score. And I just have this nice little picture of him with the scorecard and the pencil. And it's one of those I cherish.
Always fun to get your kids to that first ball game.
Mm-hmm. They didn't give out certificates back then. Nobody cared that it was his first game.
That's right.
It's changed since then.
So Martin, the hitter, number 9-1-2 for the Orioles.
Wynn's still in. He's pitching well.
That's a big plus too for Wayzata to be able to get some innings out of Wynn. There's a fly ball to center field. Hangs up in the air for the center fielder. Fountain making the catch. He's had 3 straight putouts in center field. They're hitting the ball good. We haven't seen the Orioles striking out in this game. They're putting the ball in play. Don't want to jinx them here, but that's a good sign.
making, decent contact, but they are having a hard time really driving the ball. They're hanging them up there a little too much. Want to try to keep it down more. Not a lot of ground balls either.
Down low. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Three balls, 1 strike.
Good behind. But he's been there before. Wynn does a nice job when he gets behind of climbing back.
Couple pop outs, and now we'll get a walk
Didn't do it there,
for
so
Middleton.
Got a base runner. Park trying to get something going here.
Only the second walk of the game for the Orioles. Graham Sullivan hit by a pitch, popped out to the shortstop his second time up. Fouls this one off the catcher.
Ump has some words for the pitcher, not sure what.
One ump is just sort of working the mound a little bit too with his foot. Maybe you saw him like come off
the rubber.
Yeah, come off a little bit. That's a good pitch again. So I had no balls and 2 strikes to the hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Middleton on first, and the pitch outside. Middleton will scramble back to first base.
Nice scoop by the catcher. Get that ball up and into his throwing arm quick.
Wilkinson on deck. And the 1-2 pitch outside, another good stop by Ream.
Really good job keeping it in front of him, knowing where the ball is.
We saw on the other end, we saw a couple wild pitches that Silva Rodriguez had problems with. A few runs coming in off of those. 2-2 count, going outside. Good eye by Sullivan. Sullivan had a 9-pitch at bat before he was hit by a pitch in the first inning.
There's a drive.
This one, left fielder may not get to it. It's over his head. And I think the runners will be on second and third as this ball gets thrown in. So a nice hit by Sullivan.
That's a tough one for the base runner because you're like, oh, I want to take off, but you just can't. You're not sure if he's going to catch it or not. You got to go halfway.
Right, it's at halfway at first base.
Yep.
And again, we've seen a lot of plays made in left field. And
this might be it for Wynn. Wayzata doesn't want to let him back in here. You've got, only 1 out and runners on second and third now, and they don't want to let him crawl back in.
well, I think they're also let him know, one of the Orioles' best hitters is up to the plate right now.
Right fielder, Alex Oakinson.
Orioles trying to capitalize here. Wilkinson knew that. He backed away, but then saw the ball come across for a strike.
That was a nice pitch. It looked like it was going to be way inside to me too, and then what?
Batter steps out, comes back in now. Inside pitch. And the count even at 1-1.
Good eye by Hokinson there. Those are tough to lay off of.
On the corner. So good placement by Wen, as he's got one on the inside corner, one on the outside corner, and he's added the batter at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hokinson can protect the plate here, try and get a run across. And he swings and misses, ball by the catcher. And Hokinson is out on the strikeout. You know, they saw that one go down back to the backstop, but you saw how quick the catcher was getting back there, and no chance for the runner to score from third base. And 2 outs now, so bring up Crone, who's 2 for 2, the cleanup hitter for the Orioles. Another one by the catcher.
Oh,
this one's
going
to score a run, yeah. At this point, the Orioles will take them however they can get
however they can get them. And, you know, hey, that's how Wayzata's gotten a couple of theirs. I think we have had 2, at least pass balls or wild pitches. And we had an error, but it was on the pitcher. So I don't think they charged it that way because it's pitcher's error. But so I think they had 3 runs on various kinds of errors. Wayzata has.
Throws that inside curveball. Trying to see if the Orioles can cut it to 3 with a hit here by Crone. And he grounds it to the third baseman. Takes it off of the bag. A one-hop throw and a great catch by the first baseman. That was Brady Lash.
What a play by Lash to scoop that up. It's a tough throw. The third baseman also, by the way, is throwing right into the sun. And just scoops up the short hopper. Keeps his foot on the bag and the inning.
Yeah, really good play all around by Golix and Lash. So
it's tough throwing into the sun. Tough for catching in the sun, but I mean, that sun is just shining right into the third baseman's eyes, so he's kind of, you know, you can't even quite see where he wants to throw it to. What he doesn't want to do is overthrow him to keep it down, but it was a pretty short hop and an excellent play by first baseman Lash to scoop that up and end the inning.
Orioles pick up their 7th hit of the inning and another run. So been a while after the 4th. They were shut out in the 2nd and 3rd. So for the Orioles, it's 4-0-0-1. For Wayzata, it's 0-1-7-1. So that big 3rd inning for Wayzata, the difference here, and they lead 9-5.
You know, we talked a lot about how good of a hitting team the Trojans are. We've also noticed just how smart they are in their hitting, but we've also seen some really good base running, some really smart base running, and some pretty dang good defense as well on the part of the Trojans. It's just sort of all around a really tough team to get at.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for a good reason that they're 12-0, and they've had a couple close games, and have been able to win some of those. Trying to grab the schedule here. Wayzata beat Albertville 7-0 their first game, 15-2 over Buffalo, 16-6 over Southwest, 10-0 over Edina, 10-0 over Eden Prairie, 3-2 over Minnetonka, 5-1 over Hopkins, 10-3 over Rogers, 15-3 over Buffalo.
Wow.
6-2 over Edina, 7-3 over Chaska. Their last game was a 3-2 win over Maple Grove. So they can put up a lot of runs.
They sure can. And here they are right now, 9-5. What a way to make a living with 3 innings left to play.
Boutwell, the batter. So 3-0 the count. Comes in with a strike. Again, you have the top of the order coming up.
I also didn't want to like jump and then
Inside, ball 4. Boutwell will be on first base.
May as well throw it in the St. Louis Park dugout.
Berkman 1 for 3 in the game.
And Middleton just having a really hard time finding the zone. Nice move to first base, looked him over, then looked away, and then right back at him.
Right. Pick off move. Again, up high out of the zone. These are the games as a coach, too, when you have like 4 games in 4 days or 5 days. You're just hoping that you get your pitchers throwing strikes and get through these games. And hate to have to bring out another pitcher right away. That was a good pitch by Middleton to get back, even the count up at 2-2 now. Boutwell gets the lead on first base. Middleton checks him, checks the runner. He's not going, and here's a grounder to short. Can they get 2? On to second for 1, throw to first on time.
Pulled his foot off the bag, right?
Yeah, I think the throw was late anyway, so I don't think they would have had a chance, but they did get the runner at second base.
Oh, almost.
So Berkman will take over on first base, and that's going to bring up Tyler Gullickson. Reached base on an error his last time up. He's 1 for 3 in the game.
I noticed Boatwell over there kind of dancing, threatening to steal, had the little Ricky Henderson finger twist or finger jingle.
That's actually Berkman on first, and that ball hit the batter. So. Garrett Swenson comes to the plate, where he's walked a couple times and singled. Officially 1 for 1 in the game. One out. Got a big strike zone.
Yeah. Just can't find his spots.
Been pitching behind the hitters.
Makes for long innings.
Popped up. This is foul. Out of play. There's a pop-up third baseman calling for it. Making the catch. Martin.
Brady Lash coming up, had that great play at first base to end the inning.
Flew out to the left fielder his last time up, but he hit the ball hard. Batting cleanup today for the Trojans. Good curveball on the
Nice
outside
pitch.
corner.
Nice pitch. He's going to want more of that. He wants to get out of this inning.
Ready! Reset minus the tomato and
Top half of the 5th inning. 9-5 to score. Runners get a lead.
Oh,
Off the-
almost.
Yeah, it, and a really ricochet right over to the second baseman, and Montanez with a good throw over to Denham for the out. So
I don't know if the runner hesitated at all. I felt
I'm
like he should have
wondering
been
too.
there, and he might have hesitated, thinking that was going to be an out, and it allowed them to continue the play and get the out anyway. So
well, a 0
Yep.
in the inning for after
That's-
Wayzata's put up 9 runs in the last 3. Orioles are able to hold them to 0 here, and we'll see if they can get something going.
yeah,
in the-
nice job by Middleton. He was having a hard time finding the strike zone, but then when he was giving him stuff that they were having a hard time getting solid contact with, and it enabled him to get out of the inning without any runs.
And for the Orioles this inning, they'll have the number 5, 6, 7 hitters. And let's see, same Wen will come out once again to the mound.
And why not? He's looked pretty good. Still seems strong. Getting some good innings in for him.
Reem getting his catcher's gear on, and now it comes out. Came about an hour and 45 minutes old here. I think that 7-run 3rd inning lasted about 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, because the first 2 innings went pretty fast.
Paul, you have the sheet maybe a little bit. We can talk a little bit about some of the Wayzata players where they're going to be attending
Oh, yeah.
school.
Yeah, Gullickson's headed to Iowa. And Ream will stay here in state at Duluth. Leatherman going to the University of North Carolina.
Bear at the plate.
Guard Swenson will be headed to Hillsdale College in Michigan. And Lash going to lacrosse. Just across the river.
Looks like
Oh yeah, we got Wynn going to the University of Minnesota. Great history of baseball at that school. And then you've got Minnesota State, Dylan Smith going to Minnesota State. Is that Southwest or? Not sure which school that is. Charlie Seal going to River Falls.
Silva Rodriguez, 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a strike. He didn't like that call.
No, I didn't.
That's that inside strike call that Hookinson had to.
Went after that one.
Yeah, deep to center field, and the center fielder gets a beat on it and makes the catch.
Yep, he had a nice beat on it. Good eye on it.
About
and
well
trailed it.
again.
Got right under it. Well hit ball, but well fielded.
We've seen 4 putouts in the last 2.5 innings in center field.
And relatively deep.
Yeah, as I say, pretty hard hit fly balls. There's a grounder to the shortstop. Haven't seen too many grounders to the infield.
No, Montanez is right on top of that one, but just hit it right to the shortstop.
So 6-3 on the putout, and two quick outs for the Orioles. Ryan Moran will bat. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Single and a fly out to one of the flyouts to the center fielder. Good pitch. Since Wen's come into the game, he's only allowed 1 run for the Orioles. That was a good fastball. Foul ball. It's going to go out of play down the first base line. A good job by Moran staying alive on that one. It was a high pitch, but he had to protect the plate.
Yep, and Wind is just it's been so solid these last several innings.
That's
Woof.
I'd say good take. 1-2 the count. That's a strike.
That's when you got to swing at, especially when you're down 4 runs late in the game. But a quick work by the Trojans and led by Gwynn.
Yeah, no runs, no hits. So 1-2-3 inning. That may be our first 1-2-3 inning of the. Actually, the second inning, the Orioles went down 1-2-3 as well too.
It's another snapper, mow him down.
Yeah, so Wen's done his job for
He sure has.
giving Wayzata some great innings there, and still 9-5 our score as we head into the top of the 6th.
Middleton will come back out. See if he can give the Orioles another scoreless inning. I mean, as difficult as that 3rd inning was, Bruce, the Orioles have done a pretty good job of mitigating runs from a high-powered offense, hanging in there at 9-5 here with 2 innings left to play. And you read off those scores, you know, and you look at where the Orioles have held them so far.
Hey, 2 guys out.
Sun's starting to set a little bit.
Yep.
Leach, get in.
Changes a lot of the dynamics when that ball goes from in the sunlight into the shadows. You know, roughly halfway, little less than halfway to the plate.
So again, if you now that you can't watch the Minnesota Twins baseball on Xfinity, come on out to watch some high school baseball and see some live baseball. St. Louis Park at 5-6, and Wayzata, as we mentioned, 12-0.
12-0. Ump calls time. Gotta make an adjustment on the mask.
Michael Ream, the catcher. Couple hits in the game, 2 actually with a walk.
Takes that first pitch for a strike. I don't know how he laid off of it. He's more disciplined than I.
Quickly ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yep, it's nice to see
Middleton.
Thank you, come out with 2 quick strikes because he's been having a hard time finding that zone today.
And there he gets the
Look at that.
strikeout. So
Maybe finding a groove now.
Deslich, the hitter now. He's had a good game, 2 for 2. Good pitch. Middleton says, I'd love to have a 1-2-3 inning here.
I like that pitch. He's been throwing strikes, and he's kind of trying to paint the corner a little bit up there high and inside.
Trying to jam him.
Oof.
That was a hard hit.
Oh,
Off the glove of the shortstop.
that's a tough one to
That's Moran.
field. It kind of hard to judge how that one was going to hop, and it just hopped a little too high.
Yeah, that's
Caught him
a
off
base
guard.
hit all the way
Mhm.
around. No error on that one. Elias Leach. Yep. 1 for 2 in the game with a walk, single, and caught looking. Up high.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit now, blowing out a tick.
Yeah, we're back all day. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Freeze on the line.
Runner gets the lead inside.
Thought that one was going to hit him for sure. He twisted out of the way. I felt it before it even came in. Wanted Leach to throw what I believe was a running glove out of his back pocket.
Runner going. Really good jump. It was a great throw, but just that was stolen on the off of the pitcher.
Yeah, a really great jump. And excellent throw, but there's the jump was so good. Trying to take a look at it here. Look at that. Perfect moment.
Watch the throw, though. Perfect throw right there.
Right where you want it. Yeah, if the runner had been just, a half a step slower, he probably would have been out. But again, great base running on the part of the Wayzata Trojans.
Don't have to chase here.
Well, 3-1. The count here, so. Inside. Would have got to second anyways. But.
Yeah, Middleton came out this inning just, really finding his spots, throwing strikes, and then has had a hard time since that base hit. Had a hard time finding that zone again.
Well, they need Hansen to do what he did last time. It was a 6-4-3 double play. Looking for his first hit of the game.
Yeah, we're back all day. I didn't even try.
So Reams struck out to lead off the inning, and now base hit and then a walk. And a strike.
Freeze on the line. Ground ball, gotta go.
Fly ball. Left fielder coming in, makes the catch.
And he's just trying to poke one into left field there. I like the way he swings at that, just to kind of slap at it. See if you can get that slap base hit, maybe bring a run around, but put a little too much on it. The fielder's able to get there, get the second out.
Thrown with the catch in left field. 2 down. Boughton came in for Leatherman, who started the game in center field. Boughton's been busy with some nice putouts in center field. Walked his last time up. Takes this one outside. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Second baseman playing off the base. Taking some big leads.
That's the strike. So ahead in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this one. Trying to see if they can get 2 goose eggs in a row for the Trojans.
That'll be out of play.
It's out.
Martin taking a quick look over there and sees it out of play. Middleton looks to runner back at second. Curveball. That's fouled. Just thrown off the outside corner, so getting off the end of the bat and down that third base foul territories.
Yeah, with a left-handed hitter up and a runner on first, it looks like he's trying to force him to hit to the left side of the field, maybe get that 6-4-3 double play.
Good take by the hitter. Boutwell trying to see if he can increase this lead. And there's a pop up. I think this one's going to be out of play real close. Good attempt there by Martin. Our camera guys had a good shot at that one.
They've all been coming their way.
They're like the announcers have it easy. Fly ball right field.
Well hit.
Backing up. Hokinson.
Oh, he dropped it.
The ball. One run's going to score.
Oof. He's frustrated with that one. He had a chance to get out of the inning, and just it's hard when you're having to backpedal like that. You're running backwards, and it just gives you more to think about. See right, he had to turn. He didn't quite get the right angle on it at first, so he had to turn his body around and just slipped right out of his glove.
And now Middleton will probably be replaced after that. He sort of did his job there.
He did. He's had a tough call on him, had a hard time finding his strike zone, but did have the scoreless inning last inning.
Well, the reason to make the change right now is Wayzata comes back up to the top of their order.
You want a fresh arm. Yep. See if Middleton goes back to short.
I'm going to put Martin in right field, it looks like. Maybe not. He's just heading to the outfield for a conversation. Number 25. Graham or Sullivan, yep. Martin goes to center field. Fourth pitcher of the game for the Orioles. Big night for you, Paul.
Sure is. I got to watch the clock. My daughter's a musical theater major at Columbia College in Chicago, and a big fan of the One Chicago TV shows, and got a role as an extra in Chicago PD tonight. So we'll see if she makes it on screen or not. But
pretty exciting.
It's exciting for us.
Yeah, it is.
She got into the One Chicago shows in the midst of COVID, when everything was shut down and they couldn't see friends. There wasn't a lot to do, and it's kind of become a family thing now to follow those shows, and it's part of the reason she wanted to go to school in Chicago. So it's exciting for us.
We were in Chicago about a month ago, and it's sort of fun to see the fire stations, and we watch Chicago Fire, and see.
That's the big one that we really love, but big fans of PD as well.
Berkland at the plate, takes first pitch low for a ball.
So I'm watching the clock.
Right. I may be going solo here pretty soon.
I think we got time.
Pitch by Sullivan, just a little high. Throws a strike there. It's in the hole for a base hit.
He's going to score 2. And here we go.
Good hit from the top of the order.
Now
in
you
Brooklyn.
mentioned all those double-figure games that Wayzata's had, and Park's done a nice job of holding him at 9 for a while, but
Yeah, just finding the hole that time.
Yep.
Third baseman, Tyler Gullickson.
So Tyler Gullickson gets another at bat here, leading 12-5. 3 runs in this inning. Sullivan's pitch down the line.
Whoa.
Fair ball. Wilkinson's going to get this ball in, and it's a base hit, but the runner advances to third. So first and third.
Yeah, and that's what those balls just right down the line can do, especially down the right field line. Gets that runner moving over to third base. Just beautifully placed.
Yeah, you get the 1, 2, 3, 4 hitters, and I even think 5, 6, 7, 8 hitters for
and 9.
Yeah, and 9. So this Wayzata team. We're at number 3 in the lineup. Mapai. Swenson.
And you know these last 3 runs that have come in this inning, kind of coming at the expense of a dropped fly ball in right field. Would have ended the inning. It's giving him those extra outs, right? That's what I always talk about. Don't give him any extra outs. Come back to bite you.
Pop got how to play. Good pitch.
How do you not flinch? Every time.
The one time that it goes through the screen is when I'm hosed.
I don't think anything's going through these.
Oh, line down the right field line. Base hit. 1 run will score. Quick. Get the ball in quickly, Hokinson, and again, another run.
Yep. Great pieces of hitting right down that right field line again. Those always feel good when you can pull the ball.
Yeah, they're getting around on the pitch, so.
Catcher making a sign here. I'm wondering if he might.
Just trying to let him know if he's going to throw to second here. They'll probably send the runner. There he goes.
That's going to be tough.
Oh, this is long.
Yep, and there it is.
Gone. Home run.
Bye-bye, little Sebastian. Clears
Well,
the
Brady
bases.
Lashes hit some balls hard, and he gets a home run here to clear the bases. Another big inning for Wayzata.
3-run homer. Wayzata really running away with it now.
Well, they just put another 7 on the board. So
Yep.
two 7-run innings. I don't know if we see if Lash is. I think that may be the first home run for him.
Yeah, the response in the dugout sure seemed that way. Where is that?
So Michael Ream now the hitter. $16-5. It was just 9-5. And a hit by pitch.
Yeah, that would be Lash's first home run as far as I can tell, and almost half of his RBI. Train.
If use an out here, or I'll be finishing the game by myself.
Yep.
2-0 the count. Rio. It's been a tough outing for Sullivan.
Yeah, it sure has.
Was able to get 2 outs first 4 batters and not able to get that 3rd out. It's all 2 out scoring.
Bases were cleared, and now all of a sudden we got 2 ducks on the pond again.
Luke Kamen pinch hitting.
It's going to find
He
the
hits
gap,
it
I
hard.
think. Oh, nice stop.
Fielded by the shortstop. The only thing he could do is just
Yep.
try and get it to the 3rd baseman. So
But also stopped a run from scoring. If that gets through, you're probably looking at another run coming around. Now they're loaded. You've got the force. It's a good stop by the shortstop there.
yeah, infield single. So James Hansen in a situation where he's looking for his first hit of the game.
If that ball's hit to the other side of the shortstop, it's an easy out.
Good pitch. So Nick needs to get out of this inning here. Oh, 2-1. Temperature's dropping a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Outside again. Oh. Got the call.
Courtesy call. Ump wants to go home,
Ump
have
is
dinner.
he's a Chicago PD fan, too.
Wants to see your daughter.
Who wouldn't?
Dude, that is so us.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see her on TV tonight, and then I hit the road tomorrow to go pick her up.
Well, you are. You driving? You're driving out there?
Yeah, I got to collect all her stuff. It's time to come home for the summer.
Well, I'm going to give you my order for pizza.
Do you have a go-to pizza place in Chicago?
A couple of them. Some really good pizzas there.
You're going to have to send them over to me. I chose poorly last time I was there. I love that Chicago-style deep
Oh,
dish.
it's so good.
Of course, somebody told me the only people that eat the Chicago-style deep dish are the tourists, but
You know, we have a friend of mine whose cousin is runs the pizza tour
Got it.
out in Chicago to get out of the inning, but runs a pizza tour out there. So he actually met us for breakfast when we were out of town in Vegas, and
look at that shot.
he was out there for a convention and got to hear a lot about pizza. But the big thing coming back now is street. It's called like pub pizza, which is thinner,
Yep.
crispier pizza, and but I still like that. I like that.
I like that deep dish. Looking at a beautiful shot here from our crew of the Dakota Edgewood bike ped bridge.
That's a great picture. Yeah.
It's also, when you get up there into that spot, it's really nice vantage point of the game. You can see the whole field really well, and yeah, so the huge part of the St. Louis Park Connect the Part effort to get that connection over to the more north side of the city, get across the tracks. It's a beautiful, beautiful bike ped lane that's getting a lot of use. And just a gorgeous night here. Been a rough night on the field for the Orioles. Wayzata Trojans just kind of doing what they do. But an otherwise beautiful night to be out playing baseball. Don't know what anybody else would rather be doing until 9 o'clock.
Zach Novinsky will be pinch hitting here.
Still gotta work.
Swung on this.
And
Wynn still in the game.
Still in the game. A heck of an outing for him.
All right, it's a toss-up between Gino's East and Lou Malnati's.
Oh, okay.
Had to throw that out there. Nice
Quick out.
catch by the second baseman.
Yeah, I've had Gino's East before. That's quite impressive, especially their sausage pizza.
Yes,
where
that's
the
my
whole
favorite.
pie is one big patty.
One big patty of sausage. That's right. They do that at Lou Malnati's too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. My doctor forbade me from.
Charlie Oden's getting that bat here.
So as far as I can tell, if Wynn pitches into the 7th, he will triple his innings pitched for the season.
Yeah, it's just actually what Wayzata needed was to, you know, after the Orioles got quick 4 runs in the first inning, they had the lead, 4-0.
Yep. And still had the lead going into the 3rd. He only let one across in the 2nd. Nice cool breeze coming in now. Wind really blowing out.
Well, take away the 3rd and the 6th and they win the game.
Well, and really what hurt them tonight more than anything was errors and wild pitches. Those resulted in a lot of runs. The Orioles have also had some nice drives out to left and left center field. With the wind blowing out right now, they could get a little help from Mother Nature.
Wynn is just throwing strikes right now.
He's dialed in.
This is Margraf. Swing on a miss.
Coincidentally, his father sold me my house.
Swing on a miss. Well, Wynn has just gotten stronger as
Yeah,
the
he
game's
sure
gone on.
has. It's been very impressive for all of the offensive production. I mean, what an outing by Wynn.
Well, they're going to call after
I guess-
16-5, so 11-run game.
Yeah, there must be some kind of mercy rule in place here that we're not aware of. 10-run rule after 5. Okay. And so that does it.
Well, that's why the Orioles are getting some hitters in, and again, Wayzata just showed why they're the powerhouse of the conference and rated #1 in the state.
Yep.
So 16-5 win, you know, and
No pun intended there on the 16-5 win.
right, right, and again, you know, just the bats and you know, for Wayzata and how good those bats are, and you know, it's just it's like watching, you know, the good teams in the major leagues, you know, for many years, like the Dodgers and Yankees, and you just see the lineups where it's just strong from top to bottom, and that's what this Wayzata team has, and they have some great pitching too.
Yep.
And we're able to get by with some of their pitchers that you know, that don't normally get a lot of innings pitched this year, and I think Wynn's could earn some more innings this year. 'Cause he
Absolutely,
pitched so well.
with the way he looked today. But again, also it's not just the hitting. I mean, they are good all around and well coached, really smart team too. They don't make mistakes, and the base running is just spot on. Their timing on their steps, knowing when to go, when not to go, also helps with that run production. Those pass balls, like they're not going to miss those chances, and they hop on them. And so kudos to Wayzata with just a really well-rounded team.
Right, and again, to be able to put up a lot of runs in a couple different innings, 7 and 7 in the third and the sixth, and that was big for them, and made the score which looked like it was sort of going to hold around that 9-5 range, and all of a sudden 16-5, and that looks like a whole different ball game when you see that number. So.
It's almost like Park was just sort of hanging around there at 9-5, and they got into the sixth inning, and they just said, "Let's just end this."
Right, 17 hits in the game, and that's a lot of hits. So
it's a lot of hits, and also a lot of walks. So base runners were. I lost track of how many base runners they had throughout this game.
Yeah, so congrats to Coach DeWitt and the Wayzata Trojans on their 13th win in a row as they try and keep it going. Their upcoming games are against Saturday. They play at Minnetonka, and then Monday at home against Robbinsdale Armstrong. For the St. Louis Park Orioles, they have 5 games coming up, I think, in 7 days. But May 9th, they're home against Orono, and that's tomorrow. And then Friday, May 10th at Chaska. So that's a stretch of 5 games in 7 days, and I think that's again where the pitchers' arms start tiring, and you're going to see some of these higher scoring games by some of the other teams. But again, good performance, sort of start off putting 4 on the board early, and then it just sort of spiral a little bit from there. But 16-5 our final. Paul, fun getting out on a beautiful night for baseball, and let you go catch some Chicago.
One Chicago Wednesday, baby.
PD and Fire and watch them all. So thanks everyone for joining us. Final score here from Keller Field in St. Louis Park, 16-5 Wayzata. Good night.
Good night.